everybody, it's me Stacey here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Hey everybody, welcome to today's Saturday with Stacey YouTube class number 633. And I have got such a technique-based class for you today. Holy smokes, artichokes. But before we get started, I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. I hope you all had an amazing day filled with friends and family and good food and loved ones and fur babies. And if you're in Canada, well, I hope you enjoyed yours. I think your Thanksgiving was back in October. And if you're in Europe, you don't celebrate Thanksgiving. You might just because you want to enjoy the holiday, but it's really not a thing for you. So I did Thanksgiving at our house, and we are a super small family. It's just me and my husband, Mr. SMS Michael, and my son James and Michael Jr. So SMS guy James and SMS guy Michael Jr. But it was so nice. SMS girl Claire came and spent the day with us as well. In fact, we were doing our live chat. I had my New For You Thursday event going. I did one on Thanksgiving because a girl's got a schedule, and I stick to my schedule. And it was those 2 Minte bundles. Beautiful. But Claire was literally sitting right next to me as I was live chatting with you, putting her 2 cents in. Absolutely. We had an amazing Thanksgiving, and I hope the best for you. I hope you can say the exact same thing. I'll tell you, we lost power at my house. The power went out. Thank goodness the turkey was already out of the oven, but I just about lost my mind. And then about 3-4 minutes later, it came back on. But you never know if the power's going to come back on. I'm like, oh, we cannot be having this. We cannot. I'm thinking we're going to pack the bird up and head over to Claire's house. Now, the rest of you may have been enjoying Black Friday. I know that's a big thing here in the States. And gosh, even if you are overseas somewhere, don't celebrate Thanksgiving, Black Friday still seems to find its way globally. And we don't do Black Friday here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, not anymore. I threw the towel in. I called Uncle. Black Friday used to be Black Friday. Really, the sale did not start until the Friday after. There was no pre-sale. I mean, Black Friday's been going on for almost a month now with some retailers. Everybody started before Black Friday, but when I was growing up, it really was that. Nothing went on sale until that Friday. In fact, department stores and retailers did not decorate until the day after Thanksgiving. You would walk in on Wednesday before Thanksgiving, store looked just the same. Thursday's Thanksgiving, everybody's closed. Friday you walk into their store and it's like a winter wonderland, which is how I grew up. We have not decorated the house yet. It is now after Thanksgiving, so I will decorate a little bit in the house. But Black Friday just has become all the time. Now there's even Black Friday in July. Christmas in July, Black Friday. Anyway, I threw in the towel. I said, you know what? I cannot compete with a $199 laptop computer or a Sony PlayStation on sale for half price. I get it. So we just kind of got off the hamster wheel for Black Friday and made it more of an enjoyable day what happened is all the SMS staff gets the day off with pay. That's what happened. We stopped doing Black Friday and I was able to give everybody the day off with pay. So they're not complaining about it either. But what we do have is our December warehouse sale. Now that we've been doing for a very long time, and that December warehouse sale actually lasts the entire month of December. It takes the place of our Make It Monday events, where every Monday we bring you a bundle at a huge value. But in December, every Monday will be new additions to the warehouse sale, new manufacturers added to the warehouse sale, new deals, and we have got things as low as 25, 50 cents? 50 cents? Seriously, like a $20 die for 50 cents. Really? Oh, when it's gotta go, it's gotta go. So we start on Monday, December 1st with the first few manufacturers, and every Monday I will add to the sale. There is a terms and conditions video that we do ask that you watch. If you don't want to watch it, we understand. However, when you have questions, the first question we're going to ask you is, did you watch the video? And when you say, I didn't, we're going to say, oh, understand. Here, let me send you the link so you can watch the video, because it answers almost all of your questions for you. The December warehouse sale, we do a warehouse sale twice a year. It is something spectacular, and I'm hoping that there's a little bit left for everybody from their Black Friday spending. They put maybe $20 in a side pocket for the Scrapbooking Made Simple December warehouse sale. Time will tell. Now today is a great class. It's a fun class. It is a slightly out of the box class. And I'm working with Royal Talens. I've got Ecoilne liquid watercolors like Swoon. We have them on sale. I have Fine Tech from Royal Talens like Swoon. We have them on sale. But the boo-hoo news that I have to share with you. See, I did all the happy first, and now I have to do the boo-hoo news. Pronte, who does magnificent stencils, Pronte and Dutch Doobie Doo. We were buying their stencils. We were buying their sentiment stickers. Love their sentiment stickers. So we were buying the sentiment stickers. I think they're going out of business. I think that they're going out of business. I think they're closing, and we can't get any more product. I'm like, wait, what? No, we just started with you like 6 months ago. They're like, yeah, you should have started a little sooner. I'm like, I didn't know about you. So we have to let our Pronte and Dutch Doobie Doo move along, which means they are on sale. I think we put them on sale for 40% off. Now, these are products that you cannot get, well, soon anywhere, but they were not easy to find here in the States. We imported them direct from overseas, from I think the Netherlands is where they are. And if they come back in and somebody buys the business or the business begins again, we'll get right back in touch with them and we'll be their very first customer. But I'm very, very sad that Pronte, Dutch Doobie Doo, between their stencils and their sentiment stickers, they gotta go. So instead of putting them in the warehouse sale, I thought we'd put them in this YouTube because I needed stencils for this YouTube. And I'm like, well, I guess the timing's kind of perfect. I really am heartbroken that they are closing, but it is what it is. The economy is what the economy is. We are holding on like by our fingertips, but we're doing our very best just to keep things going as best as we can. We all know it can be it's a little rough out there. But we do it with a smile and we do it with creativity and joy. I think that's the biggest thing, is that I love what I have for you today. Like, I love what I have for you today. And it's not, you may already have all of the main products. You may have something so similar you don't, this is about technique. This is about our class. Oh, I can't wait to show you. But before we get there, we have to do winner, winner, chicken dinner, because we always have winner, winner, chicken dinner. We have one from the short that I post on Friday nights. You have to post your comment on the YouTube channel, the Scrapbooking Mates YouTube channel. If you go there, if you look, it'll say videos, shorts, lives. If you hit the shorts button, it'll bring up all of the shorts that I do. And then you find the one, which would be the most recent one, for the sneak peek, and that's where you post your comment. Or if you go to the Scrapbooking Made Simple YouTube channel and you just scroll down, there's a playlist of shorts for you. You find the one, which is the most recent one, and post your comment there. Posting on Facebook or Instagram doesn't count. You gotta post on the YouTube channel. So we always do a short the night before and show you what we're working with. And then you get to win product that's on my crafty table. And so we have our winner from last week, who may already know that she's won because I announced it in that YouTube short. So Sharon Ivy, congratulations. You're our winner chicken dinner from last week, from the sneak peek to our class 632, because this is class 633, and we have already pulled a lovely assortment of product for you. Gosh, that was hunky-dory. Oh, that was hunky-dory. Yeah, I hope you love what you get. We've pulled a nice little assortment of product for you, and it'll be on its way to you first of next week. Congratulations. You don't have to do anything to claim your prize. So Sharon Ivy is our first winner today. Our next two winners are folks who posted a polite comment on this video. So on this video, if you look down, chances are if you look down, there's a place to post a comment. It'll say comment. Just post something that's nice, kind. Hello, hey, how you doing? Had a great Thanksgiving. Have some leftover money from Black Friday to warehouse sale shop. Whatever makes your heart happy, as long as it won't hurt anybody's feelings. If you have to question whether you think that it's a comment you should post or not, probably shouldn't post it. There's lots of things you could say. You can say, the sky was blue today, and that will work. Claire was telling me about something she has on YouTube that she watches, and I forget what it started with, but the lady was saying, we're not into it, or we don't want any part of it, or that doesn't work for us. And I think the comment was, if you start a question with, so tell me your opinion about, or tell me how you really feel about, yeah. I forget who that is, Claire. She's a funny lady on YouTube, and I guess it's mainly for menopausal women. Hello. One of them was, you better bring back my good Tupperware. It was hilarious. It was funny. I'll have to get who that is. But she's funny, and she's on YouTube. You should find her if you want a good laugh. All right, so these two people have posted a comment on last week's video, and therefore their comment, being that it was kind, went into the running to win a $100 gift card. And I know both of these people. Not that I know them, like I don't know them, but I know them. From the live chat, we've become family, and I know both of these people. So our first winner is Jennifer. Jennifer McNeil. Hey, Jennifer, how about $100? Yes, I know. Are you losing your mind right about now? Huh? I'm excited for you. Congratulations, Jennifer. You are our first winner chicken dinner, but you are not alone. We always give two prizes away, $200 gift cards. Our second winner is, hey, Connie Sue Larson. Wahoo Kachoo for you as well. Are you excited? Are you taking a screenshot of your name? $100. Oh my gosh. If you wanted those Ecoilne, either of you, the Ecoilne liquid watercolors or the Fine Tech, drop your $100 on that because they are on sale. Amazing, Connie Sue and Jennifer and Sharon. Now, you guys don't have to do anything to claim your prize. Sharon's prize is already on her way to you. Connie and Jennifer, your $100 is in your online account for you to spend any way that makes your heart happy. I am so excited for all of you. What a great time of year to be a winner chicken dinner. So let's do the dance so we can get started with our class today. Are you ready? You're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo, kachoo for you. Congratulations to the three of you. And again, if you want a chance to be a winner, post a comment on the YouTube short and post a comment here. You never know when I'm going to call your name. Now today we are using the Pronte and Dutch Doobie-Doo stencils because they have to go. I have got liquid watercolors for you from Ecoilne, which is Royal Talens. I have got Fine Tech, stunning metallic, shimmery, pearlescent, iridescent watercolors. Like the quality of the Royal Talens product is like here. So the Fine Tech is here. The Ecoilne is here. These are fine art quality products. And we're going to be using something called an auxiliary, which is, this is the modeling paste. Modeling paste. So for some of you, this might be a little bit outside the box, but that's okay. There shouldn't be a box to begin with. And perhaps you've never heard of modeling paste, or as in fine art, they call them auxiliaries. But before we get started, we need to start at the beginning. So I'm going to tilt on down and let's play a little bit, shall we? Well, it'd be good to see everybody if my glasses were clean. Give me just a sec. Oh, better. It's good to see everybody. All right, let's tilt on down. Let's get started for today. And I've got a few quick samples to show you, and then we'll dive right on in. Bye, everybody. Down we go. So we are a small independent retailer here in Canyon Country, California. And when I say small, I mean small. We also have a small online presence. And thankfully, we've been able to hold on. We're holding on. That's about all I can say. It's been a rough year, but that's okay. Every day we're here is a day to be grateful for. Now, samples. What was somebody saying? Oh, okay. There was a customer who came in and we were talking, and they came from out of state, and they were saying, you know, you work so hard, you put in so many long hours, and I had like, I'd rather work hard than not work at all. I'd rather work hard than not at all. And they had come to visit the store. Okay, down I go, sorry. It just came right out when they said it, and I'm like, oh, but truth. All right, so first sample. Isn't that dreamy? Love the colors, Claire, beautiful. And then we have Don't Be Afraid to Be Great. This is Patty. Love the colors, Patty. Beautiful. And then we have Life's Too Short to Be Normal. And I think this is Patty as well. Life's too short to be normal. Yep, it's Patty. All right, so a couple samples of what we've got going on today. I do have my gel plate from Jelly Arts here. I have found that I use this all the time. It can't tell you exactly what it's made out of. I know mineral oil is in it, so if you ever want to clean this, you get some mineral oil, mineral spirits, get some Gamsol, and it will clean your plate right up. But what I love about it is it holds paper in place. Like, I really like that it holds paper in place. And because I can use it almost as a palette as well if I want to. That makes my heart happy. I can put any kind of liquid on here, any kind of paint on here, and it doesn't harm it. And it's not sticky. It's not sticky. But once you put your paper down, holy smokes artichokes. And it doesn't harm it because there's nothing sticky there. So I've got my jelly plate here from Jelly Arts. Love them. This is the 8x10. I'll tell you, I ordered the bigger size for me, and it's here. Probably next YouTube, I'm gonna pull it out and play with it and have it on my table. It's like a 9x12. I think it's 9x12. Now we're gonna be playing with stencils today. So I have got oodles of, you know what, I should put a black piece down so you can see it. I have got oodles of stencils from Dutch Doobie-Doo and Pronte. As I said, they're going out of business. I think I don't know if they've already gone out of business. I just know we tried to place an order and I never heard from them again. And then I got a word from some other distributors who do business with them who said, oh, I think they might be out of business. So I just have a ton of stencils to play with. And these are all online. They're all 40% off. There's more than this, but this is a good place to start. And I'm going to be playing with our Ecoilne watercolors and our Fine Tech today. And I think I'm just going to start at the beginning as if you have never seen anything stenciled before. I think that's a good place to start. Now, liquid watercolors are just that. They are liquid. So there's no body to them at all. They are as fluid as water. And the thing about liquid watercolor is that the more water you add to it, the more diluted the color becomes. So you can start with a very strong color, add a lot of water to it, and it will soften that color out. But if you want your color to remain bold, you need to add very little water. Now I'm going to be doing a stencil. I wonder if I should clean it. I'm going to be doing a stencil with liquid watercolor, which means that it's not going to be perfect. The liquid watercolor is going to want to maybe go underneath. It might seep down. It's not going to be perfect, but I don't want perfect. I'm not going for perfect. I'm going for pretty and fun and creative. That's probably better. We're not opening up any new stencils because once they're gone, they're gone. I can't get them again. Oh, look at that. Look at how clean I got that. Well done, me. So now the minute I put that stencil down, amazingly, the stencil sticks too. It's wonderful. I still have to put my hands on it. And since I'm not layering the stencil, if I was layering the stencil, I would probably grab my Sizzix stencil and stamp tool because that is really made for layering stencils. Since I'm going to just be putting this down and picking it up, I'm not going to worry about it. Of course, I was still wet. So I'm just going to kind of go for it. And I'm going to take a little bit of my watercolor, and I've got my little palette here. In fact, let me see if I can scooch this over just a little bit so I can add my palette so you can see both. Think that's good? Well, we're going to try there and see what happens. I'll do my best. All right, so I've got my liquid watercolor. It's got a little pipette in it. I can pick some up and put it in my inexpensive, wonderful Yasutomo palette. I'm going to grab a paintbrush, and with little water, I'm going to go as little water as I possibly can. Little water. I'm going to paint a little bit. Now I'm going to mist this super easy with my turbo mister from Couture Creations. We also can't get them anymore. So just a little bit of mist. Almost nothing. I just want enough so that there's a little water there. And then I can come in and almost like dry brushing. Look at how much is on there. Yes, a bigger brush. And maybe an additional color. A little bit of yellow. Little dabs will do you. You don't want to add too much. Less is more. But you'll see how these just absolutely blend in and mix. And make magic happen. And again, just a paintbrush. I'm not looking for perfection. Could I use a blending tool? I could. You'll still have some go underneath because there's no body in a liquid watercolor. And again, these are by Royal Talens. These are Ecoilne, so these are highly pigmented. They're beautiful. The colors are amazing, and a little goes a really long way. So I know it's going underneath on some of them, well, on most of them probably. But I'm going to be okay with that. A little bit more yellow. And I'm using my Fusion watercolor brushes because I'm using watercolor. And today I am just playing on 110-pound Stacey Park paper. All right, so now when I lift it, it's not going to be perfect. It's going to have bled underneath, and yep, there we go. But I think I'm okay with that. I'm looking for just something as a background. Now, let's see. Let's do another one really quick in a different color. Stenciling's not made to be perfect all the time. Sometimes you want that kind of abstract, artsy-fartsy look to it. I actually like that look very much because it means if I made a mistake, nobody's gonna know. And let's just do it again, only I'm going to change my colors up. And maybe I'll go with a blue. And I'm not adding any water to my colors, and a different yellow, a brighter yellow. I'm leaving them full saturation. And maybe just a quick mist. Just a little bit, just to give the paper some room. And let's see. Just go in here and add some color. And I'm just being willy-nilly about it. Maybe I bring in a little darker. I like that. Okay. I think this one is done. Again, not trying to be perfect. Ooh, look at those colors. Yum. Love those. But what if we wanted to make these something more than what they are? Now this is dry. Dry, ready to be something else we can do with it. What's the next thing we can do with it? Can we keep it like that? We can, but what if we want to take it to the next level? What if we want to add? And I think I'm going to add some fine tech. So I'm going to bring my stencil right back, clean it up. Now y'all know how I get my inky hands. I'm going to bring my stencil back and I'm going to line it back up again. Look at how fab. Now I could do this on my stamp and stencil, but I couldn't use that as my palette. So I was putting a little bit on my, look at that, lovely, on my gel plate. With your stencil and stamp tool, you've got a sticky grid that you don't want to get wet. And if I was layering again, I probably would use that. Now I'm going to play with Finetec. Finetec is a highly pigmented pearlescent or iridescent watercolor. These are out of Germany. They are hand poured. They have been in business since 1877, 1871. You know Finetec by the signature ripples in the pans. That means they've been hand poured, and the shape of the pans. If you're looking at a circle pan and it says Finetec, it is not true Finetec. Know the difference. Finetec is as high of a caliber of fine art material as you can get when you are talking about metallic and iridescent watercolor. Are they inexpensive? No. Are they amazing? Yes. So I leave it up to you. Now, you don't want to take your spray bottle and get them all wet. You don't need to do that with your Finetec. They react with water very, very, very quickly. And I can just take a little bit of water and put it in, with a little bit of green going on. Let's get the green out of there. A little bit of water, put it in, and it immediately starts to react and loosen. You're not going to dig your color. That's not what we're doing. We're just loosening our color. So I have my flat brush in there. I'm trying not to dig. It's not what I'm looking to do. And then I can come in, and again, I'm putting a little bit on my palette here. I can come in and almost like before, almost like a dry brush, kind of come over some of the top of my stenciled image. I just want to add a little pizzazz. A little Finetec goes a long way. And I'm not trying to cover my red. I'm just trying to add a little something to it. Now this is going to dry, and as it dries, it's going to blossom in color. The gold is going to get far more gold. See, I can just clean my stencil right up on my gel plate. Let's do the other one. Maybe we'll add, instead of a metallic, let's add an iridescent. So these are fairy dust. These are iridescent colors. They all kind of look white, but when you add them to dark paper, whether it be black or blue or brown, what happens is and as it dries, the water evaporates and the iridescence comes up even more. As it dries, that iridescent comes up even more. So these are pixie dust, and there's 6 colors, and they're dramatically different than what I just used. What I just used are the pearlescents. These are the iridescents. Let's let that dry and you'll see the color come up. So as they're drying, so the pearlescents are, the gold is gold, and the red is a russet red, and the pink is pink, and the blue is a blue. These are a little different. They go on transparent as opposed to opaque. So you can put these over almost anything. Let's let that dry. As these dry, the colors come up. You can put these over almost anything to add a little bit of pizzazz without actually changing the color that's underneath. Unlike these are more opaque. This is an opaque watercolor. It is vibrant in its mica, but it is going to color over the top. Gosh, is that pretty? It's going to color over the top. It's going to blend because we did it while it was still wet, but it's going to color over the top. That's beautiful. So let's do our second one, and this time let's use these. And let's find our, look at that. Close enough? And this time, what color do we want to put over the top of it? We want to put the blue. So I'm going to come over it with the blue. And it's not going to turn my colors, my greens and my yellows into a different color. It's going to add this interference over the top of it so that when you turn it and you move it, you see that additional color. Now, I think this is one of the most useful sets. And surprisingly, it's one of the most affordable sets of fine tech. So now as it dries, oh, you see it? And it's still really, really wet. But as it dries, that iridescence is going to come up. Just like as this was drying, that gold came up. And now you can much better see the colors of the iridescent, which is what we did here. And even just by turning it a little bit, you get that waft of color. It's just this hint of color, and I'm okay with all the splotches and the whatevers. I'm good with it. We're gonna let them sit, and maybe we'll do something once they're completely dry. All right, so basic stenciling. Most people do it with ink. They'll use a blending tool to it. I could have used a blending tool. I chose to use a paintbrush to kind of keep them inky. Now, let's talk a little bit about auxiliaries. Auxiliaries are what we think of as modeling pastes or gel mediums. In the fine art world, they're considered an auxiliary. And there are 3 different types of auxiliaries. There are unders, there are mix-ins, and there are overs. Unders would be like your modeling paste or your gesso, something that you paint down on top of something that is going to accept the color, that's going to allow you to lay color down more evenly and smoothly. So that is an under. I think for most of us, we tend to take modeling paste and mix our color into it. Modeling paste is pigmented white. And the minute you add color to it, you are tinting your color. Your color will not stay true. It can't. It's being mixed into a pigment white product. So if I took my paper and I grabbed a little bit of my red Ecoilne. There's my beautiful red color. Beautiful red. Flawless. But if I took a little bit of my modeling paste and a little bit of my red color, 2 drops, and I mixed it into each other. In the beginning, it looks good. Looks like it'll hold the color. But then the more mixing I do, the more I see that my color is now tinted to a lighter shade. What if I add more? Well, now it's got 6 drops. And again, it looks pretty good. Until I continue to mix it. Because you got to get all the white blended. And while it's darker, the chances of me ever being able to take my modeling paste and add enough of my any ink, any paint into it to get the true color is slim and none. Anytime you have a product that's pigmented white, when you add a color to it, it's going to lighten it. And the term for that is tinting. See, this is why I like this. Bam, clean. So while I'm able to darken it, I could add the entire bottle and still not sure I'm going to get the true color. Here's the true color. Here's 2 drops. Here's like 6 drops. It's a long way to go. It is. It's a long way to go. So even though this is what we're used to doing with modeling paste, what modeling paste really is an under. It's meant to be put down and then color added to on top of. It is a surface layer that is your foundation. And so we're going to stencil with this. Now I've got a couple stenciling tools with me. And what stencil do I want to use? Oh, well, you know what? I'm going to use... So the girls, the honorary SMS, well, actually Claire, bless her pea pick and heart. Claire made a bunch of samples for me because it does have to dry. But we're still going to stencil just so you can see. And I do have a few different stenciling tools with me. I've got the Sizzix. I've got a Sizzix little squeegee. We have those on sale. And then I've got my palette knives, and those are Crafter's Companion, and when those are gone, they are gone. So I'm going to leave this here. Still leave room for my palette in case I need it. And I'm going to pull some color or some paste. Now less is more because you can always add. Just like you're frosting a cake. And you pick it up and you move it and you lay it down and you pick it up and you move it. If I didn't, or if I was looking to have one of these colors, I could certainly pre-tint it. But there's a better auxiliary for that. And you're going to want to join me on Tuesdays for In the Studio with Stacey, because last week and this week we're playing with gel mediums, and that's a completely different auxiliary. That's a mix-in auxiliary. Today we are playing with a under auxiliary. So this is going to dry matte when it's all done. I can put the excess back. It is, in all intents and purposes, an adhesive. Any auxiliary, whether it be a gel medium, a modeling, a glaze, ultimately these are glue. So you could use this to put your paper down or to adhere two things together. Because it is white, it will dry white. So if you want to do some kind of a decoupage, you're going to want a gel medium. The gel medium is what we're playing with in the studio with Stacey this past week and coming up. And that is transparent. Now I pull this off and bing, bang, boom. You are going to want to clean your stencil. Some people like to have a little tub of water. If it dries on there, can you get it off? Yes, just soak your stencil. So if you set it aside and you forget about it and it dries on there, okay, just soak your stencil. It'll be all right. If it gets on there and you can't get it off, we'll soak it longer. But you still are able to stencil with it even if you don't get everything off. Now look at how perfect is that. But it has to dry. It must set. And it's lovely. I'm going to put that over there because it absolutely has to dry. And wipe off my gel plate. I did not know how useful a gel plate was going to be. They are way more useful than just doing mono printing or gel plate printing. No. These have got lots of uses, and I have found it to be a really great tool. Love it. All right, so by the magic of TV, I have the rest of my samples are already stenciled and dried. So I think I'm going to take, and let's put this one off to the side. I'm going to take this one, which is the one we just did. I'm going to snip it in half, just in case we decide we want to do two. And I'm going to put it down. Now I have the opportunity to color this any way I want. Any way I want, because it's got this black background. And because I am working with an Ecoilne watercolor, a liquid watercolor, the black of my paper is going to absorb the color of my ink. So you won't see it when it's all done. You won't know that I didn't go in there and paint carefully every little area. You're not going to see that at all. So let's go in and let's grab my brush, clean it out, And let's take my light pink. I'm going to take my light pink. This is 390. My red that I was using is 334, and I used yellow 202, and I used yellow 231. So a little bit of pink, and I'm going to mist, just lightly, mist my paper. I just want it to have a little bit of movement to it, and my brush is not overly wet, just enough. And I'm going to go in here and color. Now I'm going to be like scribble, scribble, scribble. I'm not going to think too hard, too long about anything. So there's one color down. Done. Now let's add another color. Again, not adding water to it. The more water you add, the more diluted the color becomes. And maybe a little bit more. But you can't tell where my purple is on that black paper. And how about another color? Purple was 579 and this is 545. Ooh, that was a lot. I need to be careful. I put a lot in there. That was way more than one drop. That was about a half a pipette. And I'm just going to scribble, scribble, scribble. I'm not going to pay any attention. In fact, I might add one last color. How about just a drop? Okay, there, that's a drop. And then to finish this out, I'm going to take my original color, which was that light pink, my 390. And I'm just going to come back and kind of go over the top of everything, just so everything blends and makes harmony with each other. If I want to be a little darker, I can bring back in a color, but you're just trying to use the same colors. And then just a little bit of my pink, just to blend and make harmony between everything. And then I need to let it sit. And I need to let it have its own magic time. Because they're liquid watercolors, they're going to continue to move. Always go back into that little pink. But the cool thing is, you can't see on my black paper all of those colors. I didn't worry about staying inside the lines. No, I just went for it. I didn't worry about staying inside the lines. I didn't have to worry about staying inside the lines. It's black paper. It's absorbing that color. So I can just go all over and make my heart happy. Let's let this one sit and dry, and we've got the other half, so we might as well do it, right? Let's pick out some different colors and see what we get. How about my 202 to get things started? That'll be my base color, a little bit of spritz. Done. My colors are not even. I just want a little color down. And then how about we pick up my, let's see what color this is, my orange. Is that orange? I'm just a scribble kind of girl. And then we'll go really wacky. We'll try a blue in here. We might get mud. I think that's all the blue I'm going to do for right now. So it kind of looks like I'm a hot mess. But I'm going to come back with my yellow. A lot of blue in there, my brush. Come back with my yellow. And kind of see if we can make magic happen. And all my lines, my brush strokes are fading out. And my color is staying nice and bold and vibrant. Now I'm dropping just drops down. Literally drops. Oh no, I didn't use that one. I think I used this one. I think it was 311. Well, no mud here, ma'am. And look at how beautiful they blend. Oh, is that pretty? And nobody knows that you just went psh, 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 psh. Sound effects required here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. Psh, 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 psh. That's what we did. Psh, 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 psh. We didn't care. We just went for it. Pretty. They're beautiful, right? And they're easy. Modeling paste is an under. Look at how it loves the color, as opposed to mixing the color in and tinting the color down. I don't want to. I want true color, not tinted color. So your modeling paste goes down first and you color over the top. All right, moving on. How about we do one that's on white paper? Black paper, super easy, right? Because the black hides everything. So let's see. Yellow's over here. Blue's over here. Let's grab, oh, this is the next one on the thingy. Let's grab this one. So it has been, oh, you can see, it has been put with modeling paste already on it, and it's already dry. Compliments of SMS girl Claire. She did these the night before the honorary SMS girls came in, because if we had waited, well, they would have been able to put the modeling paste down, but they'd had to come back the next day to color them. So Claire did all of them, and then the girls could color them. Now I've got kind of a, I took it and I made it, I cut it in half. This stencil actually looks like, stencil looks like this. So it's an A5 stencil, and I just spliced and diced it. Bam. And let's see what we can make with it. So I'm gonna start with like a really light yellow. This is 205, and it is bright and happy. And I just want to get some color down. I'm not trying to make it pretty. I'm just trying to make it down. All right, so I've got some kind of color going on. A little bit of a spritz. And then let's move to our next color. You think that's too brown? I don't know. And again, just going for it. And maybe some blue at the top. Some meh. And then I think I'll come back with my bright yellow. Yeah, a little bit more of my orange. A little bit more of my bright yellow. And I'm just blending them together. I'm not using water because I don't want to dilute my color. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good. Give them maybe a little spritz. Let the colors kind of commingle together. But I'm just going hog wild crazy. I'm just letting everything do its thing. Letting the colors blend and mix. I'm paying no real attention. I'm not worried about my brush strokes. And then maybe a little bit more of that orange. Maybe in there. And then if I want to, I could take a little bit more of my bright yellow. And come in and add it right on top of where my modeling paste is to brighten up my sunshine. This is not hard. It does not take talent. It takes a willingness to just go for it. Don't think about it. Just let it be. And let it do its thing. You want more yellow? I can add more yellow. It's a drop or two at a time. That's all I'm putting in here. I'm not emptying that whole pipette. And ultimately, you look like an artist. But I'm not. And I don't pretend to be. I know me, I know what I can do, and I know that I can do this. So using the modeling paste on white paper versus using it on black paper. They're both absolutely beautiful. Pretty. Okay, I think I'm gonna be done with this one. We'll set this one off to dry. Okay. Now, let's see if we do something. What's the next thing I want to do? Oh, I still have this one. I could do this one too. Maybe this one I go a little lighter. So give it a spritz. Don't know if I gave the last one a spritz. I don't remember. And maybe this one. There's some color. There's some color. Oh, I got into my blue. There's some color. And then maybe a green at the top. I don't want to be as dark as I was. Maybe a green with my yellow to make a lighter blue. And then let's go back to my yellow. And maybe give a little spritz. Still think it needs a little bit of blue. And a totally different look. This one has a little bit of blue traveling throughout it. A little bit lighter. Maybe this one I keep the rays nice and white. A little bit lighter, a little bit brighter. Maybe my blue needs to come down because that's where I'm going to cut it. Just a little bit. I'm afraid of adding too much. Because then when you cut all the noise away, what you're left with is that. And I used modeling paste. And it's easy, easy. And you can do this. What if we took one and we brought back the stencil? And on that modeling paste, do we want to try a hint of gold? From our Fine Tech. All I want is a little bit of gold, not too much. But a little to add. I have no clue what we're going to get. Oh. Oh, okay, that's not bad. Okay, I'm okay with that. So, no gold, Fine Tech gold. Ooh. Okay, let's put these over here and let's let them dry. Moving on. So far we have done just plain stenciling, and we added Fine Tech to this one in the gold, and we added the iridescent. Look at how pretty is that blue on top of there. So we started here, just so you could see that stenciling doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. Then we moved to stenciling on black. And the colors, and we just went mishmash all over. The black absorbs the ink, the liquid watercolor, so you don't have to be careful, because nobody's gonna know where you didn't go in there and color each one of them. No, just have at it. Then we did coloring on white. Now, of course, white is going to show all the ink. And that's okay. It's easy to do. Let's do some more on white and let's see what we get. So I've got a few here in white. Let's do a couple of them and see what we get. So these are leaves. So let's play in the greens. Maybe in the browns and the yellows. And let's rinse our brush out. Give a little mist just so there's some movement. Let's play with some greens. And I'm not dumping the whole pipette, and I'm putting 2 drops. I can always add more. Easier to put it. Oh, is that my dark one? Easier to put it, add more here and not waste, than try to put it back in your jar. going to try this. And I just add until my heart is happy. And I'm not cleaning in between my brushes. I'm just going for it. And where the white paper is where the darker outline is happening. So where the white paper is where you see that darker outline happening. Okay, I think that's pretty. Okay. Should we do something more with it? Should we take this stencil and do something more? First we got to figure out where where the stencil, so it must have gone this way. And I've got a big leaf right there. Figured it out. Okay, should we do something more with it? Ooh. Oh. What if we took and we added some iridescence over the top of it, all the way over the top of it. Like all the way over the top of it. Yeah, like all the way over the top of it. I wonder if we should get it a little darker. So we're going to try something different. You never know what's going to work till you try. I love mixing these two colors. It gives me this olivey green. Okay, now let's do the stencil. Did I lose where I put it? Okay, right there. Okay, so I'm going to stick that way, and let's add some iridescence. We want the blue, we want the green, we want the... So it doesn't look like I'm putting anything down. But when we move it, we can see it. And it's just going to become more and more bold. Lots of water is your friend with these. Lots of water. Okay, so now we've gone over the whole thing. Not with our metallic, not with our pearlescent, but with our iridescent. That way you can still see the green below it. But then what if we took the stencil and we put the stencil back on, put the stencil back on and took a baby wipe to it and lifted color. So I'm lifting up and taking off color. And the more I baby wipe, the lighter my modeling paste becomes because I'm lifting off my watercolor. Okay. And where I put my iridescence, it's still there in the little nooks and crannies and the veins of all my leaves. Yes, please. Oh, yes. Okay, let's do that again. Let's do that again. Let's do that again. I don't have another leaf, but I do have this one. Let's cut this one up. Oh my gosh. Okay, love that. Did you see that? So it's there. So when you look at it straight on, you don't see the iridescence until you move it. And then it winks at you. And I lifted my color off. Oh, so pretty. Yes, love it. Let's do this one in a bold color. Let's go bold. Let's go really bold. How about, so I'm gonna mist. Just wanna make sure it's a little wet. Bold. Eeks. So I've put 4 drops in there. Oh, and I spilled 4 drops. Now I'm up to 6. And this is 545. Should we put a little bit? Just blend those brush strokes out. And maybe we'll do this one instead of the iridescent, maybe we'll do it in the pearlescent. So I'm gonna put, oh, I've got all the lids off. I'm very nervous. I have taken every lid off and have not put it back on. And then I will go to lift it up and it will be open and I will notoriously spill it. What do we think? So should we do the gold or the purple? I don't know. All right, just do one. Can always do it again. So this time I'm using the pearlescent colors. And this is going to go over the top, so I don't want too much. Because this will cover up my color. So I'm going to stop there. Let's find the stencil. Here it is. So it had to have gone this way. Now let's find where it belongs. That's not it. Oh, there we go. And let's lift the color. Can you see it turning white? Oh! Oh my gosh, these are so pretty. Oh, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's go to one more time. I know I had another piece of it. Here. Let's do it again. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's do blue. Ooh, blue. Let's spritz. And let's do some blue. This blue is 578. So I did 2 classes on auxiliary modeling paste in the studio with Stacey on Tuesdays. You can find those 2 classes in our playlist. I'm still working on auxiliaries. I still have gel mediums to play with, And then I have specialties to play with. So if you get the opportunity to go back, our In the Studio with Stacey classes are a month-long series of classes where I use the same type of product over and over. I wonder if this is going to be too light of a purple, but we'll try. Oh, it's beautiful. This requires no talent, just the willingness to grab some white paper. I'm not even using specialty paper, just white paper. 110 pound, but still white paper. My problem is knowing when to stop. Because I just love adding the colors. And out of a drop or two, you get so much. Oh, it's so pretty. All right, let's see what we've got. So this is where I'm at. Now, what do we want to put over the top of it? We put the gold. We put the gold on this one. Should we try the iridescence? And we have it in that purple. So it has a kind of a violety. Let's see what we get. Clean my brush. I'm going to go over the whole thing. So it's still wet, so I'm picking up some of my blue, but I'm okay with that. Going over the whole thing. Okay, so unlike the gold, this is an iridescent, so you don't see it until you move it. And it's still wet, so it's going to come up and dry even more. But let's figure out where this fits. That's not it. That's it. And then let's take a baby wipe. Can you see the difference? Can you see how white it's become? And every time I put a clean piece of baby wipe against it, it picks up even more color. And then when I rotate it, I get the iridescence. So pretty. Do we add more? No. Maybe. So it's got that purpley iridescence coming through. So we've got the purpley iridescence. What about a little bit of kind of a pearly color? I wonder, what about purple? What about purple? What about darker? I don't know. I want it to show. And it's already got that purpley iridescence coming through, that violet coming through. I may have overdone it. It is possible to go too far. It is. But you don't know until you've gotten there. And then we have to move on. Where did I say this was? No, not there. Yeah, there? No. There. Oh, this is beautiful. These are beautiful. See, and once you get rid of the noise all around it, and what easy things to do. We are scribbling. We are not caring where we put our color. We're not thinking too hard about it. We are just going for it. This is not talent, it's more perseverance. It's more trust your gut, trust the process, go for it, experiment. Oh, okay. This is just, they're beautiful. What a stunning background, what a stunning layout this would make. These would just be amazing on just about anything. And we used what's called an auxiliary modeling paste, but it's an under, not a mix in. We're not gonna mix our colors in. No, if we mix in what we get, true color, we can't come anywhere near true color. Not anywhere near true color. This is an under. This is what you put down first and then start to layer your colors on top of. Oh. Look at the gold on that now. No gold? Gold. Oh. On black. All right, gotta move along. Next thing's next. Oh, dropped one. Eeks. Can I get it? There we go. Let's play with flowers. Let's play with flowers. And now, how about we be a little bit more specific about where we're putting our things? How about we be thoughtful on where we want to put our colors? How about we take maybe we'll do both of them. How about we take, and I always like to start with a yellow of some sort. So let's give this a mist. And let's take our 205 and let's just add a little bit of it kind of all over. And the reason I do that is that way there's not a space that's white. And if I want, I can certainly wipe it down and take some of that off so it's not as yellow. But let's start there. And then I'm going to change brushes. I'm going to change into a round brush. This is a flat, this is a round. Again, these are my Fusion brushes by Yasutomo. They are meant for watercolors. They're beautiful brushes. And what if I take a little bit of my red? And my red is 334. Get my brush a little wet just so it has some water to it. Now this is not embossed. This is stenciled on black paper. So I can go into those black lines and not worry. Why? Because those black lines are going to hide my color. So if I go outside the lines a little bit, so be it. And now I'm painting. But am I really painting? No, I'm just kind of coloring inside the lines. Okay, now I'm not going to want to keep that just red. No. I'm going to want to add a little something to it because it's me. I'm just pushing that red color up a little bit with my yellow. kind of making it a little bit richer. So I just added a little bit of yellow. Started at the bottom and brushed up, and I kind of pushed that red up a little bit. All right, let's let it dry and see what we get. So, started my flower. And then let's go in and let's color our leaves. So 600 and, oh, I have two 600s here. Perfect. I've been using the same green. I thought they were different. So let's go in, and anywhere I see something that looks like a leaf to me, I'm just going to add my color. And again, the black isn't an embossing powder line. It isn't a stamped line. It's your actual paper. So you can go over the black with your watercolor and you're never going to notice. And I'm just coloring anything that kind of looks like a leaf to me. Okay, so I'm getting there. I think I might come back. Little red. And bring in my yellow again. Bold that up just to, oh, that's not my yellow. That's my yellow. And just kind of bold these petals up a little bit. And I've got these over here to do. And as long as I don't go too far out of my lines, I don't have to be precise. I like not having to be precise. I like the fact that I've got a built-in buffer. And I'm not using any water with these. All right, let's let those go. And let's add another color. So let's fill in maybe with some of my yellow. I can go right over the line. And I'm just arbitrarily picking some spaces to color in a bolder yellow. Is that a leaf? All right, let's pick another color to play with. How about blue? So here we are this far. Right over the top of my modeling paste. Look at how easy peasy is this. And look at how dynamic it is. You could make a bunch of your stencils ready to go. Have them all with your modeling paste. File them away until you decide to use them. Look at how dynamic the color is. And now I'm just filling in spaces. Too much blue in there. How easy. How therapeutic. So what do you think? Auxiliaries are very easy to use. And look at what they let you do. It really is magic what can be done with a modeling paste. But you got to remember, it's more of a under than it is a mix-in. I went with a lighter yellow. Give a little spritz, let it do its thing, and bam. Oh, I missed a little spot. What an easy thing to do. You could take your stencils, your modeling paste, like I said, do a bunch of these and just have them waiting. And that way when you need something, it is good to go. Grab your Ecoilne and off to the races. What if we change up the colors? We'll do this one, and then we'll call it done. So clean that. And add a color. I think I'll go maybe with a light pink. Here's my light pink. Maybe I'll do it in a light pink. Just to add some color. I just want to add some color to get rid of the bright white, just in case I miss a spot. At least it's got something. Done. Change back to my round brush. I think that light pink's gonna show. It's just gonna pull my color. Okay, well, we'll let it dry for a minute and see what happens. I don't think my light pink's gonna show on my flower. Oh, I got some in there. All right, we'll fix it. Now for my leaves. As long as I stay close to the border lines, I can go over what's in the middle. And this time I put a light pink instead of a yellow down. Just something to act as a base. A little bit of a scribble there. Scribble, scribble, scribble is good. And then some we'll do, don't think I can get that light pink darker, but maybe we'll leave some as light pink. Remember, they're not embossed lines. You don't have to worry about these lines at all. And I'm not a good painter. I'm just staying within the lines. We'll just change the color up a little bit. What do you think? Give yourself the permission to play and to try. Right now I'm only on black paper. It is only paper. And your time. But I think you will find this to be, I love this painting. I love how easy it is. I love that I really can't make a wrong move. They're so pretty. And it doesn't, the longest time it takes is to let the modeling paste dry. That's where the extra time comes in. Is letting the modeling paste dry. Just pulled in the color from the flower. Just to kind of finish it off. Oh, wrong color, Stacey. All right. Look at what he did. So cute. And painted. But it all starts with the modeling paste and your stencils. It all starts way, way, way back at the beginning. I'm going to try this just to see what I think. I'm going to put these to the side. Look at this one's almost dry. Isn't that lovely? And then a totally different color combination. I'm just going to try and see what I think of this. So this is the Sizzix tool. We have it on sale, and I think they're discontinued. Oh, that's easy. Okay. I have to say, that's pretty easy. It's very comfortable. You got to have a little something to put your modeling paste on with. But once you have it on, all right. Very comfortable, very easy to use. Very smooth. All right, I give it a thumbs up. Yeah, I give it a thumbs up. Let that one dry. All right, we did a lot today. It was a full class. we stenciled. And we learned what auxiliaries are. And we learned there was 3 types of auxiliaries. The unders, which are your modeling pastes and your gessos. Your mix-ins, which are your gel mediums. And if you want to learn more, oh, Stacey, if you want to learn more about your gel mediums, well, then join me on Tuesday, 6 p.m. sunny California time, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, because we are playing with the gel mediums. We started with them last week. Those are your mix-ins. And then your overs are your varnishes. And we don't do much with varnishes, so I'm not going to play with varnishes. Those need ventilation and usually for your oils. And we're not going to play with varnishes. We're just going to play with the unders and the mix-ins. And that's what we did today. We started with just stenciling and with a paintbrush. So it's kind of like, you know, okay. But they do make super cute things when they're done. Pronte is, I believe Pronte and Dutch Doobie-Doo are closing and going out of business. So we have used their products and put them on sale at 40% off. The stencils and their stickers, I loved their sentiment stickers. I am so sad about their sentiment stickers. But we've gone out and I think Minte has some sentiment stickers that are equally as nice. So I have those on the way in to see if we like them. I'm really picky. That's why we don't carry every manufacturer under the sun. Not that other manufacturers aren't amazing, but we pick the best of the best. And then we go for it. There are amazing online stores that carry absolutely everybody. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I suppose, because we're friends, if you ask me, well, Stacey, if you carry 14 different modeling pastes, which one's your favorite? How do I answer honestly if I carry them all? You gotta pick what you like and then stick with it. Decide who you want to take to the dance and then stick with them. You know, that's one of the big questions. How come we don't carry more manufacturers? Well, we carry the ones that I feel are unique or different or are hard to come by or have amazing quality. And then we stick with them until they give us a reason not to, like Pronte and Dutch Doobie-Doo. They're going out of business. Otherwise, we would have been sticking with them. How cute is that? And then I've got all of these sentiments. So the Pronte and Dutch Doobie-Doo sentiments are in these sheets, and they really are wonderful, and I'm really sad to see them go. Really sad to see them go. Don't forget, you are welcome. Make it possible. Make it happen. Sparkle. Done is better than perfect. Girls' night out, wild and free, never quit, now or never, but first lipstick. Queen of the world, hello sunshine, hello morning. Love you madly, sorry, not sorry. Busted. Life is good. Stay curious. I love them all. Creativity takes courage. I think I'm matted on a little piece of black. I'm not going to do all of them. I'm just going to do one. Creativity takes courage. But this one sure has come out beautiful, hasn't it? Look at that. We did this together, you and me. So I'm a think outside of the box kind of girl because I really never liked being placed in a box. It really doesn't work for me. Anytime somebody tries to pigeonhole me, I tend to come out swinging. Whether that's a good thing or not, I'm not 100% sure, but it is what it is. But I don't like it when people just assume for me. So I try to pretend that there's not a box. I'm going to make this a postage stamp by the time I'm trimming this. It's going to be a postage stamp. There we go. Creativity takes courage. Maybe I pop it. We did a lot today, didn't we? We learned auxiliaries, we played with Ecoilne, we played with Fine Tech, we stenciled. We used our gel plate. Creativity takes courage. Bam. I think so. I think we did a great job. We made a zillion things. So we started with these two, and I love this one. I am going to finish this one, but I'll do it when I'm off camera. I love these two. I think they're beautiful. Look at that Fine Tech just gleaming against it. And then we moved into, we did this one, which I think is just beautiful. And then we moved into these two, which I think came out so stunning. Wow. We lifted color. We lifted these. Oh, we did these as well in between. Oh, with the gold on there. We started way back when with these. And we finished here. So let's trim those out just so we can appreciate them. Get rid of all that noise. And that modeling paste, well, it doesn't move. How much liquid are you putting on it? It just doesn't move. So let me show you what's on sale, and then the girls' samples. All right, well, see, look at that better without it, without all the noise around it. Whether you want to do them vertical, horizontal, and that's modeling paste underneath there. And this black is black paper. Wahahaha. So we've got Fine Tech on sale, or I'm sorry, Ecoilne on sale. These are liquid watercolors, high-end Fine Art Liquid Watercolors by Royal Talens. They are worth every penny. There's, I don't know, 51 colors, 61 colors. And I thought I could start with like, I don't know, 12 and just have 12 in my crafty stash. And I am up to well over 30. So I'm putting all the lids on. This is how I know I've got my lids on. So Ecoilne Liquid Watercolors, Fine Art, Royal Talens, on sale. Fine Tech, Fine Art, Pearlescent, and Iridescent watercolors. More opaque than they are transparent, which makes them a world of different from Van Gogh watercolors. I think we have 5 or 6 sets. The Pixie Dust is the one that goes over everything and just adds that beautiful color without without going over the top of the color, without hiding the color. It just sits right over the top and adds that beautiful color, that interference as you move your page or your picture or your card. So Fine Tech on sale. All the Dutch Doobie-Doo and Pronte we have in stock on sale. So I feel so badly. We literally just started bringing them in and I was using them all the time in the studio. And now I've got to find something new. All of the sentiments, they're amazing. They really are wonderful. It's going to be a hard press to replace them. Bunch of different ones, all 40% off. I've got the gel press on sale. So a jelly plate from Jelly Arts. Hello, Jelly Arts. So it's on sale, 10% off. That's the max I'm allowed to sell it at, 10% off. You're gonna love it. I'm using it all the time. I'm using it for way more than what it was intended for. We've got the auxiliary on sale, your modeling paste on sale from Royal Talens, amazing. I've got the Sizzix little, they're being discontinued, I believe. So I've got the little Sizzix squeegee and then it's got the little extra ribs so you can put a design into your modeling paste. We'll do the little palette because you're gonna need it. We have the Crafter's Companion palette. These are not on sale. When they're gone, but they're not on sale. We have the Fusion brushes. So the Fusion brushes come in 2 different sets or open stock. I've just got a jillion of them in here. I've collected these like I've collected my colors of Ecoilne. More than I thought I was going to open, but they ended up in my crafty space anyway. The 2 sets we have, the one of them has the bamboo, which is the traditional carrying case and dryer for your Fusion watercolor brushes. It comes with the 5 rounds and the bamboo, and then the additional set is the flats. And there's 4 flats in here. And of course, those are gonna fit in that bamboo without any problem. You can see how many I've squeezed in. I mean, and I could still fit more into mine. And I love it, I do. I love it, and when you roll it up, if your brushes are still wet, the bamboo lets them dry naturally without them bending. You wrap around, and bam, they're done. So, I said the Fine Tech. All of the ones we have 5 or 6 different Fine Techs. All right, I'm going to show you the girl samples now. So let's see what we've got. You've seen mine. So, a crafty life is a happy life. So the sentiments all came from, I'm thinking the sentiments all came from I believe the sentiments all came from the Dutch Doobie-Doo. This is Claire. Create the world you want to see. This is Dortina. Isn't this beautiful? She went in like I did, and she painted. She painted. And this one is Patty. And Patty liked dropping the colors, misting it, and moving the colors. She had a great time doing that. And this is Dortina. Look at how beautiful those colors are. All of them were done with the liquid watercolor. With brave wings she flies. Look it. Can I get that on a... I don't know if I can get an angle of it, but it's like mine. Oh, it's beautiful. It's in all the nooks and crannies. It's so, you look at it one way and then you look at it another way, and it's beautiful. Oh, who did this one? Tamara did this one. Beautiful. Dream Big. This one was done by Claire. She had a little fine tech. All of these are the stencils. Choose to Shine. This one was Stacey and Claire. Now, what is that gloss? That's an auxiliary. Come see me on Tuesday. So I did the coloring and Claire finished it out. Creativity is intelligence having fun. Oh, I'll go with that. Look at how pretty those colors are. This one's Tamara. I'm telling you, the girls love, love, love the Ecoilne. Add a little color to your world. This is Dortina. Look on the bright side. This is Claire, all done with the stencils. Old ways won't open new doors. Boy, is that true. This is Dortina. Isn't that a great stencil? Stop dreaming, start doing. This is oh no, Tamara. Thought it was Patty because of the matting. Beautiful colors. I don't go crazy. I am crazy. This is Patty. And then Dortina here, she went in and she painted. Such different looks, right? Same stencil, but completely different looks. And then our next bundle. Isn't this pretty? Life is too short to be normal. Look at how beautiful is that card. This is by Patty. Don't be afraid to be great. This one's by Patty. Don't forget to fly. Oh, I think this is Dortina. And she went in and hand painted a butterfly stamp that I had. I think that might be Dortina. Another from Patty. I'm not weird, I'm a limited edition. Although, wouldn't that make a great guy card? Creativity takes courage. This is Tamara, and she's put a little bit of mica, little tiny mica flakes here and there just to add a little extra to it. The best is yet to come is Dortina. Live life in full bloom. This is beautiful, Claire. Thinking of you. Also Claire. Ooh, make it happen. Ooh, look at that. Make it happen. I don't know who this is. Oh, Claire. Love that, Claire. Make it happen. That looks amazing. Oh, Claire, you really knocked it out of the park. Look at another one by Claire. Oh, crafty life is a happy life. And this one is Stacey and Claire. Live life in full color. So I was playing with the fine tech and she matted it. Live life to the fullest. How beautiful the colors. Patty, the colors on this are gorgeous. She would just drop colors, spritz, and let them move and then be done. She was amazing that way. And Tamara. Live simply, bloom wildly. And then the last one I have for you is a canvas by Claire. Started as a card, but we all agreed it needed to be moved to a canvas. So I did this butterfly in class number 1 and 2 of auxiliaries for November. So I stamped into the modeling paste and then let it dry. Claire came back in and you can see the detail. You can see I was able to achieve the detail with the stamp. Then Claire came back in and she painted it, and she was going to make a card out of it, but instead she ended up fussy cutting it and adding it to a canvas and with the liquid watercolors. All of this was done with the liquid watercolor. It's pretty amazing. Really beautiful. So that is Claire. All right, you guys. Wahoo ka-choo! I hope you had a good time today. Woo, it's late. I hope you had fun. I hope you've learned something. I hope you felt the joy that I have when I get to teach these classes. This is my crafty time. I get to spend it with you, and I so appreciate you spending it with me. And really, when you just have beautiful things to play with, and you all may have some of these Ecoilnes already in your stash. Not all modeling pastes are the same, let me just tell you. It's better to invest in a good modeling paste than have one that's icky, that cracks and it flakes, and you are not going to have that happen with the Royal Talens. Just, it's $15. If you can swing it, spend the $15 for the modeling paste. It is stuff that they sell in tubs this big to fine artists. This is not your everyday modeling paste. It is a true auxiliary. It is a true under. So if nothing else, invest in that. And well, the Ecoilne and the fine tech and everything else is, you know, icing on the cake. And of course, we have to say goodbye to Dutch Doobie Doo and Pronte. So if you want to take advantage of those sale prices until the product's gone, I leave it up to you. So the next time I see you will be Monday, December 1st, the beginning of the 2025 December warehouse sale. We will be here at 6 p.m. sunny California time, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, when I bring you the first week's manufacturers. Every week after that, I'll be adding new manufacturers and more product to the sale. The sale does not end until the first Monday in January, because that will be our next regular Make It Monday. So there's a reason to come back every Monday, because there's new things every Monday. 50 cents, 75 cents, $1, $2, $3, 60% off, 80% off, 90% off, more than 90% off. And I leave it to you. Just please watch the terms and conditions video prior to placing your order. Oh, my nose itches. All right, you guys, it's me, Stacey. Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Have an enjoyable rest of your holiday weekend. Be safe, have fun, spend it with family. Undo the top button on your pants, or better yet, wear pants with stretchy elastic waistbands. At least for this weekend. And I will see you on Monday. Where can you find all of this great product? Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, or your favorite independent art store, or your local independent paper crafting store. Until later. Bye, everybody.